If you guys saw the amount of times I throughout my videos, you would be so annoyed because I'm annoyed when I'm editing my videos. I got a new hat from Montclair, however you say it. I'm not French, okay? Well, I am French, I'm French Canadian, but I don't speak French. And my forehead right here has like broken out in a weird rash and it's really itchy. So can you be allergic to wool? Is that a thing? Because I don't want to be allergic to that hat because you don't even want to know how expensive that hat was. Is this a mock neck or a turtleneck? Like, what do I do with this neck situation? Down? Up? Yeah. Whoa, what was that? Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole, and today I thought it would be super fun to do a video using all the makeup in this box that somehow made my most recent declutter, but I don't use it anymore. Now I know you, yes, I'm talking to you, watching this video right now, have some kind of makeup or product in your collection that you haven't used for weeks or months or even years, but you can't seem to let it go. That's exactly what I have in this box today. So if you are interested in helping me make some big decisions on if I should keep some of these or get rid of them, go ahead and keep watching. All right, you guys, first things first, I always start with a lip balm on my lips when filming, so when I get to my lipstick, they're nice and hydrated. Today I have the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I know everybody talks about the lip sleeping mask, but I really like Aquaphor when I sleep, so I didn't want to get that, so I opted for this months ago, and I just don't remember loving anything about it that makes me want to grab for it again. It's also expensive. Aquaphor is so much more affordable, and I feel like does a little bit more for my lips, so let's go ahead and put this on. I think this does have a little bit of a tint to it. It feels nice and it's really thick. I mean, you know, this might be good for like purse. Maybe I should throw this in my purse for a while and see if that helps. That way I've got like a little bit of a tint to my lips and then I'm good to go. I do like that it's glossy. It definitely does have a scent to it, but we'll see what it does for the lips as we go through the routine. So let's move on to primer. All right, I bought this a long time ago. This is the Herborian, I think that's how you pronounce it, Korean Skin Therapy Glow Cream. It's basically just a glowy primer. I think I got this at Nordstrom Rack 3 months ago, something like that. And I remember doing research on Herborian. If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, someone correct me down below. And like they have great reviews, but it seems like it was something that was a lot more popular like 2, 3 maybe years ago. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. It almost feels like a moisturizer, and I remember using this and just being like, okay, that really didn't make my skin all that glowy. You guys know how obsessed I am with the Colourpop Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer. I think that's how you pronounce it. I love that stuff, and I just think that's a lot more affordable and makes my skin a bit more glowy. So I don't know. Okay, this is gonna sound strange, but I feel like this either has like an SPF smell to it or like an expensive product smell. You guys know what I mean? Like when you smell like an Estee Lauder product or a Chanel product, they have that smell of like money, honey. That's kind of what this smells like. I think I'm just so used to using drugstore products. When I start using more expensive products, it's like, wow, I forgot. You know what I mean? Now I have 3 options for foundations. I could not pick, but these all made the cut. I have the number 7 Match Made Custom Blend Foundation Drops, which I think we're gonna use today because I haven't used these since I bought them. I have the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I know I like this stuff, very light coverage, very dewy. I just don't grab for it that much, and I'm not entirely sure why. I think I just needed to bring it closer to my vision in my little makeup drawer. So I know I like this, so I don't think I'm gonna use this. And then I also have another Herborian product. This is the BB cream, which I remember doesn't have a lot of coverage, and this is supposed to kind of like transform to your skin. They have like 3 colors. They have Claire, which was like the lightest, and then they had light, and then they had like dark or something like that. So I went with this, and I remember it was a little too pinky, which is why I never used it again, but I didn't give it a fair shot. So maybe we'll go in with this and add some of these in to see if we like it. I think that might be a good idea because this is definitely not full coverage enough. I'm just gonna show you guys on my cheek what I'm talking about. It is a BB cream after all, and BB creams are not usually full coverage, so I think this would work best with like your fingers since it is a BB cream. But you guys can see as I do this that it is a bit too pink, almost gray looking for my skin. Can you guys see? So you could see how light that is. I mean, it does cover a bit. You could see the difference between this side. You could see some redness, but it is pretty dang light. So I do want to add in a little bit of these number 7 Match Made Custom Blend Foundation drops, because I think that's the whole point of these. You can add them into your other foundations to give you some more like coverage or to color correct. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a nice big drop of that on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna go in with Calico today because warm beige was what I picked up for when I would be like super self-tan. So I probably put way too much drops in there, to be honest, but I'm gonna mix them together. She is very thick, you guys. So I'm gonna add a little bit there so we've got some more coverage. Hopefully we don't totally screw up that side. And then here, and I'm gonna use my Japanesque beauty sponge. I haven't used this since I got those AOA Studio Paw Paw sponges from Shop Miss A. I love those. I like completely threw this to the wayside after getting those. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out here. Yeah, you could see just how much more coverage these give your foundation. It's crazy. I definitely have too much, so I'm gonna really have to work to blend these out. I also think this is gonna be too light for me, unfortunately. Maybe I'll go in and add a little bit of warm beige. Okay, I threw up my hair because it was getting all sorts of in the way, but my base looks fantastic. Adding the warm beige in really helped with the color. Now this is very full coverage, and you guys know I've been kind of like steering away from full coverage lately, but so far I really like the drops and I really like the Herborian cream. So we'll see how it holds up. Let's move on to concealer. I have the Collab Sand Beige Concealer. I loved this, and then it just got pushed to the back of my drawer and I never went in for it again. I also have the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Concealer. I don't think they sell this anymore, but I still have it, and I have a very hard time getting rid of it because it's Marc Jacobs beauty product, right? So I remember this really went on super easy. So I'm gonna start with this and then maybe use the Collab to like lighten it up a bit if needed. But I remember thinking the Marc Jacobs was so easy because you just dab it on your finger, look up, and it is very, very full coverage. Yeah, I think this may be a little dark for me. Oh honey, no, she looks cakey AF. We are definitely getting rid of that. That is not making the cut. It also looks way too dark on me. That could be because the foundation was a little bit light today, but yeah, I'm not going in with that again. I am gonna add a little bit of the Collab to lighten this up. This is gonna be a very, very full coverage look for me today. Yeah, I really do like this Collab concealer. It's not super full coverage, so it works when you like don't have much makeup on, but you need to cover up bags, and the color works really well for me. Again, I have Sand Beige, so we'll keep that, but we're gonna say bye to Mr. Marc Jacobs. All right, setting powders. So I have gotten rid of all of my setting powders except for my Charlotte Tilbury and my Ilia. Those are the only powders I ever use, but for some reason, I have not wanted to get rid of the JCat Aquasurance powder. Everybody talked about this being like a really good powder full coverage foundation. They compared it a lot to the Makeup Forever. So I'm gonna try to go in with this under my eyes to set. This may be a complete disaster, but I did get rid of everything else because I just know what works under my eyes. Yeah, I think I'm just dry right here under my eye for some reason. I'm gonna take this right into any creasy areas as well. This really is very blurring. Can you see that on camera, how blurred I look? I'm gonna add a little bit here. It is so soft looking. I almost look airbrushed. Okay, we're keeping this. I'm not a powder person usually, but that's really remarkable. If you like a full coverage blurring powder, pick this up. You'll love it. I have the color Ivory, which works really well for me. I'm gonna wipe the foundation off my lips because I don't like that. And then we'll add a little bit more of the Laneige. All right, so the only thing we have in the absolute no pile right now is the Remarkable Concealer. So I'm actually not mad that I didn't declutter any of this stuff, but let's move on to brows. I'm going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I know I like this, you guys. I used it for years and years and years, but I've just found so many drugstore alternatives like that Milani new eyebrow pencil that I just tried was so amazing that like I just wouldn't spend the money on this anymore, I don't think. So let's go ahead and just do these brows. I'm gonna just skip through this and you guys will see the end result because you guys have seen me use this a million times. It's nothing new. All right, we're definitely keeping this because I really like the tone of this. This eyebrow is such a hot mess all the time. She just needs to get her shit together. This one, you know, she has her shit together. She's accomplished. She is on the struggle bus, so ignore that. But we are gonna try the Benefit Gimme Brow. From the moment I got this, I wasn't in love with it, to be honest. But again, it was kind of expensive, so I've kind of forced myself to keep using it. And I did get two. I don't know why I bought two. Don't ask me why, but I did. So this is the one that I've had open for a while. I think this may be too dark looking at the color as well. So I'm gonna try to be careful here, but I know this has fibers in it and I thought I would use this on like, again, days that I didn't use much makeup or any makeup at all. I just wanted a little bit something, but this like gave me too much of something. You know what I'm saying? Like, way too much fluff, way too much color. I just prefer to go in with like a clear brow gel when I have no makeup on. Yeah, this definitely darkens my brows quite a bit, but I actually like that. So maybe I just need to use this when I actually have like a full-on brow, like today, you know what I mean? And this actually complements the medium brown from Anastasia really well. So I think I actually will keep this. I really thought there were gonna be more products that I was like, nope, 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 nope. So far we are doing so good. All right, so let's move on to bronzer. I have the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder in darker skin. There's a lighter skin and a darker, but this just works a little bit better for me. I don't have to go in so heavy, which I like. I like the undertone of this as well. The other one's nice as well. I just happened to grab this one. Really fragrant, so FYI, if you are looking to buy this stuff, it is very fragrant. I can smell it from here. I do remember really liking this, and then it just kind of got pushed to the back of my drawer, so I do remember wanting this for travel as well. I like to travel with less expensive products, so if I break them, I'm not gonna be mad. All right, so it's really pretty, but you do have to really build it up to get a decent amount of payoff, so I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna put this in the no pile. I thought I remembered really liking that stuff when I got it. Maybe it's because I have such a full coverage base on, but the fact that I haven't grabbed for it since I bought it and it's taking, you know, a lot of buildup to get like a decent, I mean, the color is really nice. I do really like the color, but the fact that it's taking so long to get a decent amount of payoff, I just think I have other products that can kind of get the job done faster for me. You know what I mean? This is barely used though, so I will definitely donate this to a women's shelter. I probably only used it like 3 or 4 times. So don't throw away any products that you don't want if they are not expired. Definitely donate them if you can. All right, blush is up next. I have 2 Sigma Aura Powder face powder blushes. I don't know why they call their blushes Aura powders. Somebody tell me, do you know why? I've always kind of been confused about that. Like, why don't they just call it a blush? But I have 2 colors here. I have Nymphia, I think, and Corda Rosa. Corda Rosa seems like something I would typically go for, but I do want to add them both, like mix them together just to see, since I never use these. I've just never really been excited about them, to be honest, so I just never grabbed for them. Let's go ahead and see. I know I make a weird face when I blush. I just like pop my cheekbone. It's weird, I know, it's weird. Ooh, that is pretty. That is really smooth, really, really pretty stuff. We're keeping them. We're definitely keeping these. I need to use these more often. Dang, I don't know why I didn't grab for these before. They really are pretty. Real happy I didn't give those up because that is stunning. So let's go in and highlight. Now I know this is definitely expired just because it was from the like Skull collection from Wet n Wild, but this is their Mega Glow Loose Highlighting Powder in Moon Tears, and I just never grab for loose highlighters, but for some reason I couldn't give this up. I remember loving it when I got it. Where is my highlighting brush? There she is. This is my Anastasia A23, but I remember loving this when I used it, but I just don't normally go for loose highlighters, so let's see how it goes. So pigmented and really, really pretty. The thing about loose highlighters is though. Do you see how it's kind of like all over? And that's the problem. I feel like I don't have as much control as I do with more of like a pressed highlighter. So I don't know, it is so pretty. I really like the color of this. I wish they'd come out with like a pressed formula in Moon Tears, because this is just a really nice champagne-y, icy highlight for me, which I like, but I just feel like it's getting kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? It's just messy for me, and that's totally user error. Add a little bit down there because I'm pretty matte after applying powder everywhere. I don't know. This is gonna have to go in the maybe pile. What do you guys think? I need to press it in with a sponge because that's what I always do, so it really kind of meshes in with the skin. But oh, and by the way, I only went in with what was on the cap. I don't even touch what's in the container because that would go absolutely everywhere. Sorry about that, you guys. My SD card was full. I looked up and it said it was full, but I don't think that happened while I was applying the highlighter. Fingers crossed, we'll see when we get into editing. And then I realized my radiator was squeaking and making that weird whistle noise. So sorry if that's been going on as well and that's been irritating you. It irritates the heck out of me when I go back and edit. So I did cover it up with a towel, so we shouldn't be hearing that anymore. But it really does look pretty. This is such a nice wet looking highlight. I really like it. I think I am gonna keep it. I know it might be expired, which isn't good, but don't come from me. Personal preference there, but I'm gonna keep it and see if I can apply better over time. I am a little bit worried about my foundation because I am starting to crack right there already just from talking to you guys. So let's get this show on the road. I have a MAC paint pot. I have like 3 MAC paint pots. I have Painterly Soft Ochre and Lay and Low, and I just never grab for them. I always just use my concealer. So I have Soft Ochre right here, and this is all we're gonna do for the eyes today, and then I'll go ahead and set it. Just gonna take a touch just to kind of cover any discoloration, and we'll move on to the next step. I'm just not in the mood for eyeshadow. I'm actually going to a hospice care center later today, and they're probably already gonna be like, you have a full beat on, why? You know what I mean? So we're just gonna keep it a little more natural on the eyes. I mean, that does go on nicely. I just really prefer to keep things easy, if you couldn't tell, and use what I'm already using. So typically I just use concealer. I'll probably go ahead and just donate this again to the women's shelter because it's still new, it's still really good. It's not dried out at all. I think I got it a couple months back. I don't see myself grabbing for this again. Okay, next up we have setting mist. I have the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. I didn't like how this sprayed. Hopefully you guys can see this on camera. It's like, I mean, it's very like, whoosh, but it also comes out fast, if that makes sense. So I feel like it kind of spits at me, and I didn't remember absolutely loving this. Now that I have it all over the table in front of me, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Like, it's weird. It's very slow, but also harsh. I need to hold my hand like really far back. Can you guys see like on my face how in some areas it's just really hitting it hard? Maybe I just got a bad one. Oh my gosh, look! It's fixed, heck yeah. Okay, maybe I will start liking this. So much better. Something must have been clogging it. That's been like that since I bought it. I now have enough setting powder on my face to last me a lifetime. So let me dry that down. Ooh, that looks so bad. My under eye on this side, can you guys see how cakey that looks? You might not be able to see it on camera. Looks like shit. Okay, both of my under eyes actually look like shit, but I'm thinking it's because of the Marc Jacobs rather than the collab. We'll have to see going forward when I grab the collab again, but I am gonna go in and put a couple layers of mascara on. I'm going with the Colourpop Volumizing Mascara in Brownie Points. So many people talk about loving this, and I used it and did not love it at all. I think I used it once and never touched it again, so we're gonna see how this does today. I like how our eyes are just like gonna be super natural, but I have like the fullest coverage base in the world right now. Okay, so the thing about this is it gets very clumpy on the end, and I don't have very big like space in the inner corner, so I can't really get in there and coat those lashes without making a mess, which is a problem for me. But It's actually coating the lashes on the outside really well. I just think that the wand is a little too big for my tiny little eyes. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one away. I don't wanna donate it because it's drying out first and it's like on my eyes. I don't even think you can donate things like that. It did really make my lashes look a little more bulky and like I had a lot of them, but it didn't lengthen them at all, which is kind of weird because they're looking pretty heavy. That might also have to do with it's drying out kind of fast because I didn't get that long ago. I like it better on my lower lashes, but I really struggled to get in on the inner corners with my small eyes. So if you do have smaller eyes like me, keep that in mind. I'll clean up any like messiness once it dries down. Let's go in and do these lips. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe away the Laneige. My lips do feel really hydrated, so I think I am gonna go ahead and just pop that in my purse. And I'm gonna go in with a lip liner today. If you guys have been with me since I started, like restarted my channel 3 years ago, this is the Jordana Rock and Rose. I used to use this all the time. Since then, I've really kind of just started to like more of like the NYX pencils. So this just kind of went to the wayside, but I'm gonna go ahead and line the lips. All right, so that's the lip color. While it is like the perfect color for my lips, I just can't define enough since I can't sharpen it like I can with a pencil. So I am gonna go ahead and toss that one. I'm not gonna donate it because 1, it's really old, and 2, it's been around my mouth area, but she was good while she lasted, but RIP to her. I might buy that again in the future. I don't know. I just really enjoy being able to sharpen pencils now and truly define the lip. So let's go in with lipstick. This is the Miss Fame How's Your Head. I really like this when I got it. It's a really pretty color, but I just haven't grabbed for it since, mainly because Believe Beauty has really taken over, but this is really pigmented, so you really just need to kind of dot it on. All right, we are gonna be keeping that because it's so pretty. The formula is beautiful and it is really, really pigmented. So finally, let's go in with the gloss here. This is the Buxom White Russian Lip Gloss. Everybody talks about Buxom lip glosses and I just don't use them that much. I don't know. They do kind of give you that tingly feeling, which I like, but I just always thought they were a little too sticky. So let's see. Now granted, this is a little more on the pink side and my lips are a little more on the like corally side, but it seems to be okay. I can definitely feel that minty kind of tingly sensation right now, and it is really glossy, but I just don't love it. I don't love it. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. This is definitely expired. I have a couple more of these in my collection as well that I bought around the same time, and I wore them a few times and I don't like them. So I think that's it, right? Yep, that is it. The box is empty. So this was super fun. I am a little bit worried about this foundation situation, especially right here, but it is 1:36 right now. I'll probably, in all honesty, wear this until like 7:30 or 8 tonight. I'm gonna go over, like I said, to the hospice center and do some things from there. So it's not gonna be like a 10-hour wear test, but I don't wear my makeup for 10 hours, in all honesty. It's really only, unless I have like, you know, a work event where it's like all day and all night, or if I have another type of event, I really don't wear my makeup for much longer than 4 or 5 hours. So let me go ahead and get close so you guys can see everything up close and personal. So I had a little bit of powder right there. I have no idea what that was from, if it was the mascara or what, but this is what everything is looking like. Definitely full coverage. I mean, I think it looks pretty. I think it looks really nice. It's just a lot more on the full coverage side. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys when I'm ready to take my makeup off and let you know if there's anything that I'm gonna add to the get rid of list. But right now we have the Marc Jacobs, we have the paint pot. The paint pot is definitely gonna be donated. And then we're gonna go ahead and toss the Buxom, the Jordana, and the Colourpop. So I will see you guys later tonight and let you know if there's anything we're gonna be adding to this list. All right, you guys, it is 9:30 p.m. I cannot believe it is 9:30. Today just got away from me. I had a big change in plans and then I started editing this video. I finished up work and before I knew it, it was 9 o'clock. So I had to set everything up and get filming. I wish that it was still light outside so you could see what this actually looked like in daylight because it looks rough, okay? This just goes to show you how studio lighting really does blur makeup, because when I'm looking in my viewfinder here, I think everything looks okay, but up close, It does not. It looks very cakey on my chin, my cheeks, my forehead. It's sitting on top of the skin, and that's because I went in too heavy with those number 7 drops. I do like them, and I'm gonna keep trying the Herborian, but just not that heavy-handed. I do like the lip a lot. I kept looking at it throughout the day, like getting a glimpse in the mirror and being like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I really like that. So I think I actually am gonna keep the Buxom and put that back into my collection just because I think this lip combo is so pretty. I feel like, in the words of Kathleen Lights, my lips just look so juicy, you know what I'm saying? So I am gonna keep that, but I will be donating or throwing away actually the Marc Jacobs. I'll be throwing away the Colourpop, the Jordana Rock and Rose. I'm definitely, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this already, going to be donating the Paint Pot because look at these eyes. I was almost gonna keep that because I was looking at the footage and I thought it looked good, but my eyes are so crepey and creasy looking, it looks terrible. So that is not for me. And then we're definitely gonna be donating the bronzing powder. I actually took both of them out. I'm gonna donate both of these. So yeah, I hope this video was fun for you guys. It was definitely fun for me to make and see if I actually like these products. I'm really glad that most of them worked out, so I don't have to, you know, like kick myself for donating them or throwing them away because I will still use those. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys are interested in seeing any more videos from me, please subscribe. Definitely follow me on Instagram as well. I'll leave that down below. My animals are all over my Instagram. I have 2 cats and a dog, and they're super funny. So follow me on Instagram, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.